And you heard the allegations for probation from your attorney, correct?
Yes.
And as to the allegations that you tested positive for alcohol and marijuana on July 25th and failed to appear for drug testing August 8th, how do you plead?
I don't understand how I dropped dirty for any alcohol.
Mr. Carson, Mr. Carson, I explained to you that you can go back several days, and that
I'm still unsure of how that became though.
Well, Mr. Carson,
I told you what I told you what I admitted to, but the drinking I don't understand. I don't know if it's some Listerine or something, because I don't, you know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that I can think of.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this matter for an in-person hearing. I'll enter plea of not guilty. We'll set this for an in-person hearing on August 29th.
Okay, and I was in the accident. Did he tell you about the accident?
No, we didn't get that far yet.
Okay.
We'll do August 29th. Actually, we'll do 11 a.m. because I'm presuming we're going to have the lab and the testing center present, and so.
that's being said, Judge, and that's fine, since I'm just letting you know I'm not the MITC that day, but I'm sure one of the other handle it if that's the case.
Yes, you're not. Okay. We'll have to have somebody else. Right. We'll adjourn both of these, or I'll adjourn the jail review that day as well, sir. And I'm sorry, Counsel, there was an accident?
Yes.
Judge, yeah, this was going to go towards the explanation of some of the allocution, but there's nothing to give in reference to it right now, as you're scheduling it for an in-person hearing.
Okay. All right. Sir, if you're tested today, what's in your system?
Honestly, I told my attorney, this is what I mean, not my attorney, what's his name that we're on the Zoom with. I told him that.
What's his name? Excuse me, sir. What's his name is Christopher Shemke, and he is your attorney.
Okay, Mr. Christopher, the attorney. I just explained to him that first of all, I didn't even know that I could do jail or that I was going to jail or probation until the day that I got sentenced. I didn't even know that that jail or probation was possible. Number two,
hold on, sir. Number one, stop, please. Number one is that you had a retained attorney. Both the
he never told me until the day of sentencing.
Excuse me, please, excuse me. The substance abuse report and screening was emailed to you and your attorney back in June. Then the court initially held this matter June 21st. We adjourned it to July 17th. You failed to appear that day, and we set it for July 24th, as you had contacted, or your attorney had contacted the court.
Yeah, yes.
So, sir, prior to going on the record, you had a conversation with your attorney, Mr. Hall.
Yes.
Yes. So that was based upon the report and recommendation that was mailed out early June.
Yes, which he never said anything to me about jail or probation.
Sir, I will indicate as well that the June 21st date didn't occur. We adjourned it to July 17th, specifically for you to get your affairs in order in the case that this court would sentence you to jail. So don't tell me you were unaware of that, because That was specifically the reason why this court adjourned it to July. And then you failed to appear.
I was running late, and as soon as I got here, I went to that little window because they said that they sent out a bench warrant, and then they cleared it up right then and there. And then when I got back to court on July that date, he told me while we was sitting out there in that table right outside the court that okay, they're recommending jail. I said, what? This whole time
Hold on,
I didn't ever.
Sir, that also occurred in June because that was a specific reason that I granted your attorney's request to adjourn it to July 17th. So please don't try to tell me that you did not know that until now. So my question still remains. My question remains. If you were to test today, what's in your system?
I didn't know that I couldn't smoke weed.
I
was on parole. I did 12 months of parole. I did 12 months of parole, and I never got dropped for weed. They took it off the panel.
Sir, am I the judge that was presiding over your case that you were on parole for?
Excuse me?
Am I the judge that presided over your case that you were on parole for when you're claiming you didn't have any problem smoking weed? Am I that judge?
No, but I just thought that was the law because they changed the law. They took it off the panel.
Sir, alcohol is also legal. And that's also something that you're not allowed to consume when you're on probation. And I was very clear, very, 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 very clear at your arraignment on April 4th. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. Then I said it again on May 2nd when you were here for your pretrial. Bond and conditions are continued. Again, May 16th, bond and conditions are continued. And I'm certain that I asked you each of those dates what would be detected in your system. And you're not allowed to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. I also, on July 24th, when I sentenced you, for sure indicated that because that was a condition of your probation, which you received a copy of your written instructions, your written probation conditions. Did you not?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't tell me that you did not know you were not allowed to smoke weed. Don't tell me that.
I mean, misdemeanor. All right.
So when did you use it? Yesterday or today?
I mean, I've been going through a lot. I lost my job. I got 35 stitches in my arm.
Excuse me.
I'm going through physical therapy.
Sir, yesterday or today? Which day did you use it? Yesterday.
I'm currently using. I'm trying to tell you, I'm currently smoking.
So right now, while you're in court.
No, not like right now. I mean, like I've been smoking because I've been stressed out.
Sir, stressed out, I don't believe is a legitimate medical reason.
How you don't believe? I just lost my job. I'm looking at jail. I just look at my arm. I got 35 stitches in my arm. I had to recover from that. I'm 100 pounds heavier than I was when I got on the truck. So just moving around doing regular work, I gotta go through physical therapy. I'm going through a lot right now. This all just hit the fan.
Sir, you may be going through a lot, but this court's order is its order. And you chose to ignore that.
I did not choose to ignore it. I'm just mentally going through a situation. I was depressed, and I don't know. That's the only way I knew how to handle it.
Sir, being depressed, having a lot going on, going through a lot, that is not a reason to violate this court order and just go ahead and smoke marijuana because you want to do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When's the last time you were tested, sir?
That very first time I went to go to report. I haven't been since then because I've been recovering from the accident.
When was your accident?
My accident was actually right before sentencing. I was in the court with a sweatshirt on, if you don't realize, because I was covering up my wounds because I didn't want to look all dramatic in there.
Okay, and sir, what's the nature of your injuries from the accident?
Look, 35 stitches. I got a puncture in my elbow that took forever to recover that I had to be really careful with because it was almost getting infected. I landed on my left elbow, so my whole collarbone and shoulder area and my rotator cuff is still bruised. Like, okay. I can't do a push-up if I wanted to.
Sir, how does that affect you showing up for testing?
For test? Because I was just, first I had to sit for a long time. For the first 2 weeks, I had to sit down, laying down with my arm above my heart. It was just a dramatic experience. I was on pain medication, and just everything, losing my job, getting injured, facing jail. I just was in the bed. I didn't move. I just didn't move for the first few weeks after that.
Okay, and so that's been a couple months. So tell me why it is that you need to be excused from testing.
It's been about a month. It's been about a month. It's been probably a solid month.
From your July sentencing, not your first date of sentencing. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So okay, that was a lot. That's okay, I can understand. You had a traumatic experience in a car accident, in your accident.
Yes, in a semi.
Okay, so I'm not hearing why you cannot appear for testing.
I just didn't go because of the condition I was in. I just didn't go mentally and physically. I just didn't go. I'm telling you the honest truth. It took a while for everything to really just soak in.
And so you're not working?
No, he had a job for me in the warehouse, but now that the trucking thing is going slow, he don't even really need loaders anymore. So I got to find something else to do. But I did pay $400 on the toward the probation.
Okay, and you also paid money for marijuana at some point, right?
No.
It's amazing how many people get their marijuana or any other drugs for free one. Anyway, sir, I'm going to indicate the following. $5,000 personal bond on this matter. You are to participate in testing today.
Okay.
Zero excuses as to not going to test.
So go test, and then what?
And then you're in person in this courtroom on Tuesday, 1 week from tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Okay.
For an in-person hearing on your jail review and your probation violation.
All right.
Please email into Ms. Shaw and she'll give you the information regarding your testing.
Okay.
Email in by 10:40. Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, officer.